Oh, Malik. I like that guy.
I think, yeah, it should be going on here steady. I hope it's going on right.
Yeah, it should. Yeah, it's working now. I can see it moving.
Bro. Yeah, man. Trying to get this this set up right.
And we got it right.
Yeah.
Well, Aubrey got it right.
Bro. I mean, it's the second time I used it. The first time it wasn't working properly, so I had to record off the thing. Well, because I could record actually on here the audio, and then I have to pair it for the other video, which I did with as some of you might have saw on the last video with what we call it? Sheila. Do you want to be Sheila Mikey, or just my boy Mikey? And,
oh yeah,
and OTL John
John Aaron. Oh God.
A special guest appearance by Miss B.
Oh yeah, a few special guests.
Yeah.
But how y'all feeling? Welcome to a new episode of the Cockpit.
Bro, we back in the OG Cockpit.
Hell yeah. We don't got any flight attendants today, but a lot has happened in the past week and past week before that. So we got a few things we can talk about. Well, we are going to talk about.
Yeah, and I got some special news coming that I want to let you guys know what's coming forth with all of this. Building blocks, getting to bigger and better positions.
Yep. Bigger and better. That's what she said.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes bigger isn't always better, but you know.
Right.
In this case, it's better.
Yes. You got to build and expand.
Bro.
Oh God.
See, I got the Dunder Mifflin on today.
I don't got nothing. I only got. It's an old Warrior shirt. Cash Money Records.
Yeah, it's because I'm the regional manager. He's the manager to the assistant regional.
No, don't even do that to me. No.
So effective immediately, I am promoting you from assistant to the regional manager to assistant regional manager.
Michael.
I'm Jim Halper.
All right.
I'm my own manager.
All right. Well, you gotta find your Pam. Well,
I already got my
you have
Pam.
to say you got your Pam.
Sadly, I already have my Pam, my Holly. I got all of it.
Yeah, my boy locked down, off the market. So stay the fuck away, or you will catch some strays. I'm just saying.
I can't control them strays. All you gonna hear is fuck. I can't control none of that shit.
What the fuck? But really, you want to start off? How you feeling today, man?
I feel outstanding. Weather's finally nice.
Man.
No more fucking rain.
Man. As
a nigga that works outside every day, I love it. I saw the eclipse yesterday.
Oh yeah.
That was crazy. That was probably one of the best experiences I've had with nature in a long time.
Bro.
And just that eclipse brought so many people together. I've never seen so many people be nice to each other and share a moment with each other and continue their day.
Hey, no, they was out there just, happy dally.
Yeah.
Being nice to each other and everything. Because I was at the mall and I didn't have no glasses, so I didn't really get to stare at it for real. But when I came out the mall, it's like everybody, like people in the mall were closing their stores down, be like, be back, the eclipse is going, be back in 10 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm trying to go in zoomies, bro. But when I came outside, everybody was just out there just staring and looking.
Yeah.
I had my glasses, I didn't want to go blind, but I looked a little bit. I was like trying to squint and look a little, but I didn't want to stare too much because your eyes gonna go out. They're gonna burn. Blah blah blah. The radiation and all this hoopla. But
I told this little kid to look up at the sun without his glasses.
Why you set him up like
bloodshot red.
Ooh, boy.
Zaza. Boy came out like my eyes. Yeah, but man, hey, we still here though.
We're still here. We're still on this planet. We're still
alive.
No evil spirits happen. Yeah. No rapture happened. Yeah. Even though it might happen in our lifetime, but
yeah, I mean, I'm not putting it out past because a lot of people when they really speak on this, it's more like it's not that this is gonna happen because happen when it happens, when the eclipse happens. It's just supposedly the signs of it might be happening, getting closer and closer to the end times, which might be true. Yeah, I feel like I'm not really opposed to the idea. I'm more accepting of it all because one is not much I can do at this point. Two, we let this happen to ourselves. I'm not gonna lie. We really started getting worse and worse as a people. Isn't something I'm proud of. I've been trying to have faith in people, but at one point, people just kind of got worse and worse. But I feel like there's still a lot of bright sides to it. I feel like a lot of the things that cause us to be in fear is a lot of social media, a lot of stuff putting all of this negativity out there when that's really only showing a 20% of the world of what's really going on daily. And we're constantly seeing negative, and we feed off negative, and we love just seeing bad shit. Because look, think about it. What do you constantly retweet most of the time? You're probably retweeting some bad shit. We don't really retweet good shit as much because we don't always see it online. So it's just like that's mainly what we see going on.
I retweet a lot of positive stuff.
Yeah, I try when I see it come on there, like a little dog helping a kid or something like that. Just like
dog helping a kid.
Like I seen the video was the little kid, his little brother was falling off the couch, and he caught him. He's like just like super Spider-Man reflexes, like positive shit like that. But we don't always get it. Speaking on kind of negativity, I wouldn't say negativity. It's just a lot of chaos been going on. It's been a lot of feuding, should we say? And this is one of the things we kind of need to speak on before it kind of dies out. That's why we have to bust a little episode out real quick. But you team Kendrick? Team Drake? Cole?
So
I'm Team Kanye. It's like everybody. Team
First and foremost, I'm Team Future. This whole beef started with Future, and I'm on his side. So that means I'm on Kendrick's side. The way Drake and Cole have handled it so far is sad. It's very sad. It's very sad and disappointing because you're on tour together. They're not on tour no more. I think he just had his Dreamville Fest. Yeah. He wasn't on the second leg of the tour. I think Lil Wayne took his spot on the tour. But they're on tour together. So you telling me all throughout that time y'all couldn't come up with a diss back or just make a song saying y'all the greatest? It doesn't even have to be a diss. Like when people say diss, it's kind of, okay, they're not dissing each other. They're claiming to be the greatest. And all I want to see is who's the greatest. Is Kendrick can they gonna keep letting Kendrick drop 1 or 2 songs a year, and he's gonna keep proving that he's better than everybody else because he's gonna keep throwing shots at Drake, J. Cole, anybody else. And it's like they don't want to fight back. They don't want to, and that's my whole thing with it. They don't want to show competition. Like with anything in life, even if you a janitor in the school, you want to show you the best janitor the school has ever seen. Like. You're a rapper. All three have been rapping for damn near 20 years almost. Coming up on almost over a decade, not 20 years, that's over exaggerating. But show me you're the best. Show that you want to be the best. Don't just let this niggas just claim that he's fuck the big three, it's me. No, fuck that. No, say
just big me.
Like just have the passion in it. The drive to say, oh yeah, I'm the best, and prove why you're the best. At least fight for it. Don't get up on a stage in front of all your diehard fans at your festival and apologize. What the fuck? It's just so sad.
It's like I feel you. I hear you. It's just. It's like I agree with that because strictly I'm a avid Kendrick supporter. But I'm also a very heavy Cole supporter too. They're my boys. Both of them I've been in their careers for over a decade now. Like both of them just constantly always been debating with everybody which between them two who's the best MC, who's the best rapper, who makes the better music, etc., etc. And it's always kind of in my eye, it's always been Kendrick for a long time. But then over time, like maybe the last 5 or 6 years, I've been really heavily leaning more towards the Cole side because I resonate with Cole's music more than Kendrick, even though I feel like Kendrick works more on the art side. He's tried to be more artistic when it comes to his music, which ain't nothing wrong with that. It's just sometimes that artistic isn't always something that you're gonna constantly listen to. You know, it's a great music. It's talent music. It's art. But Cole is always more consistent with his music. Not like consistently good, but consistently doing more. Like at least feature wise. And like what Cole said, like you dropped what 4 albums in the last 10 years, but they both dropped only 4 albums in the last 10 years. You could add what the Dreamville albums. You could add the Black Panther album. You could add the Untitled Remaster. Like they both dropped about the same amount of music when it comes to album wise. Just Cole is always in working with people. Kendrick don't fuck with everybody. That's why it's like him working with Future is crazy. But even though they worked with each other in the past, like they have a decent relationship, they don't have beef. So they're cool.
And that's crazy you say that because even then Cole had TDE niggas on his album.
Yeah, he had Absol on there because they're cool. But that was before it was bullshit. Like that album was a surprise, which I realized like might delete later is literally just albums. I mean, just songs that he's been working on, which he claims has been the fall off. So these are just the extra songs that he just wanted to get off that he probably didn't feel like putting on that album. So maybe he got rid of the TDE niggas. That he put that song out there, put it out the way, got it out the way. All these other songs, and then it was also an excuse for him to drop.
Do you think
7-minute drill?
Do you think it's gonna like ruin the anticipation for the fall off? Like,
oh, no, I don't think so. I think Cole still has a very heavy fan base. That he's still going to do pretty big numbers. I don't even think he's really looking for numbers. The way he's been speaking about the fall off is just how he was working on 2014. It's like it's a point in his life where he's really just wanting to express how he feels and everything. So he's not really aiming to sell. He's just aiming to get shit off his chest so people know where he's at in his music. Because again, he's still thinking about retiring after this. Like this one could be his last like real album. Quote unquote. We don't know. He might change his mind. Niggas change their mind all the time. Drake said he was gonna retire at 35, and look at his 40-year-old ass now out there in the club with Lil Yachty. But
I don't think Drake ever.
Yeah, I would say Drake though.
It's
and
too
this
much
whole
money in it for him.
yeah. No, it's definitely he's the biggest artist in the world. Like maybe Taylor Swift is up there.
Yeah, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, but he's in the conversation.
He's in that. He's top 5 artists in the world.
He's doing a tour twice. He did this tour twice, and he's still selling out arenas, bro.
As people on,
you know, he cancel a show and then go back there 6 months later, it's still gonna be
facts. He know how to keep himself relevant. That's what it is. Some people call it culture voting. Some people call it that nigga acting out of his age and hanging out with the young kids. But the nigga, it's not. It's really just strategy. The nigga know how to stay in the limelight and keep it on. You can't be mad at somebody doing what you. I ain't gonna say supposed to do, but you're doing what it does. You're doing what it takes to stay at the top. And sometimes you gotta do that, even if it is being a lame ass nigga on the outside of it all. Like the music is great. Everybody know I represent Drake as one of the goats of music, but I don't really mess with the man's like that on like his personality wise. At least as far as I can see. Maybe he's a way better person in person and it's just I be just seeing a lot of the shadiness. He might be cool as hell, but being a friend to Drake, you can't really do that unless this is one of his upcoming niggas. I just don't see him being a real turn off dimness and just stay on. I kind of like it like this a little better.
Yeah.
But just moving on a little bit. So it's been like you said, there's been a lot of news going on. Last time we all talked on this motherfucker, on this sheet. But one of the big things that happened with us, well, not happened with us, recently was in. Invincible has been probably the best show over the last year. Since it came out in November. So I could say of this year. So far it's been the best show of this year.
Are you ranking it are you giving it the best animated show ever, or is it too early to say?
It's a little early. I feel like we probably need another season. Deep in my heart, I'm still I'm still an adventuring kid, so Adventure Time still holds a really dear place in my heart.
Your constant harassment of the female gender makes me sick.
Hard to say the greatest animation ever. Young Justice is still one of the greatest animations ever.
But this is peak.
Oh no, this is peak for sure. This is one of the, I could say it's like a top 5 superhero animation show.
Okay.
I give it that.
Okay.
Of the last decade. I don't know. I can't really think of too many like superhero. Like, bro, we still got like Teen Titans. We still got.
No, that's not competing with this. I'm sorry.
Teen Titans?
It's not competing with this.
What?
Just off of the goriness and people can die, and your favorite character can go through so much trauma and lose somebody in the snap of an eye. Like,
yeah, we're just for fair warning. You might want to dip out in case we do spoil, but we're gonna keep it kind of light. You know, not get too deep into like certain things, but we'll talk about it. Just we're not going to talk about everything, you know. But
it's definitely one of those shows you should check out, watch. If you like action, if you like a good storyline, it's an animation, I know, but it's one of the best shows. TV, the voices for the characters, they show their emotion. What's his name? Sterling K. Brown. He was he
kills every role he does. First of all,
I wish the Oscars gave out awards for voice acting because he deserves one. Stephen Young, I don't know how to pronounce
Stephen
it.
Yin.
Yeah. They show so much emotion when they talk through these characters. It's like you're there with them, and you feel everything that they go through. And I love the show. I love it.
I don't think you get an Emmy for animation.
Nah.
Not Emmy, not voice acting. They gotta have an award show for that shit somewhere.
They got to, but it's not like the big ones.
Yeah, Emmys, Golden Globes, and Oscars. Oscars is more movie central, so Emmys, they might do it for the whole show, like best animated show or whatever, but I don't think they do it for like individual like actors or whatnot. Which, yeah, a lot of these motherfuckers, like Steven definitely would deserve something. Like, he's been putting his heart into that shit and you can hear it. It's really good. This season has been really heartfelt. I really like, cause like what I've noticed about the show is that they didn't really have a real villain of this season. It was just more focused on the theme of like Mark. It was more dealing with the consequences of last season. So everything was like the fallout of it, and this is like kind of the aftermath of everything and how they're dealing with it. So it's like Mark, which I really liked about his character this season, is that he's really trying his hardest not to be his father. He's doing everything he can to not be his father, even if that means getting his ass whooped a couple of times, or possibly getting his mom hurt. In the process of trying to be better and trying to be better than what his father is, which I like in a superhero show. I like when a hero sticks to his morals. He stands his ground on what he believes in, and when you cross that line into something, and it's not just something like, oh, I did that. No, it hurts. It messes with you, and you realize I messed up, and you can really feel that through Mark, especially in the last episode. You'll see it really hit him when he really crossed that line and he was like regretting it, and he's feeling like he's really becoming like his father, which he hates.
Yeah, I don't understand. Well, I always didn't understand why he was so conflicted with that until this last episode, because a little spoiler, but I'm not spoiling too much. From last season, the showdown with Omni-Man, the showdown with his father, this Mark from this multiverse is the only Mark that chose to go against his father. Every other Mark teamed up with his father.
Right.
And which is crazy to freaking grasp, because it's like in the multiverse there's probably 100 other Marks. It's probably 200. And Omni-Man convinced his son to join him and take over the Earth. You'll find this out. It's not really a spoiler if you watch the first episode of season 2, but it's just like to come to realization that he's the only one that chose to be different, to be his own hero, to be the idea of what he thought Omni-Man was. It's great. It's great writing. It's great storytelling. is way better than what Marvel is trying to do with the multiverse. It's a great story, and Sterling K. Brown as Angstrom Levy is top tier casting. I would love to see Sterling as King. I would love to see Sterling as more villainous roles. Not villainous as the point to where he's...
Whoa, Sterling as King would have been... That's who they should have put all 8 cards on. He's a great person. He's a great individual. I'm not saying...
He has the voice for it. He has the, like...
Why did I forget his name?
Who?
King.
Jonathan
Majors.
Yes.
I'm not saying Jonathan isn't a good guy, court cases aside, but I'm just saying, Sterling K has been really in his limelight for a while now, and you don't really see negative stuff coming from him.
Yep.
But maybe it's because he was on a good show where it was just revolved around This Is Us. He was on This Is Us, so it was like a show revolving around just good vibes, though. I mean, sad shows. So, being in certain roles kind of influences a person's character a little bit, because like that's who you're pretending to be a person for a long time, so it kind of puts you in that light. We're talking about Jonathan Majors has done a lot of roles that really would make you kind of like I don't know what to say it, like it would really mess with your head a lot. He does a lot of, I ain't gonna say negative, but very aggressive as roles, give him a very aggressive personality. Not saying he put his hands on somebody, because I'm sure, if I'm positive, the case never said he actually did that. It was just unintentional stuff. So, but we're not here to talk about that. But yeah, Sterling K, like, that would have been great. He would have been a great person.
Because it's like with his voice, he can convince you that he's the smartest person in the universe. The way he speaks, the way he pronunciates his words, the way he talks, he can convince you that I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't care what you can do, what you are trying to do to stop me. I'm going to do it. And
he could be aggressive. If you ever seen if you ever seen the movie Waves, he was like this.
Waves is a great movie. He was
like this very, not abusive but mentally abusive father figure. It was just like his aggressiveness through that. You could kind of see that. I could see it in a King type character.
Great actor. Give him more opportunities here. We gotta.
I like Seth Rogen in there. Seth Rogen is Alan, the alien. He's probably one of my favorite characters.
He's just himself as an alien.
Literally,
he doesn't even try to change his voice or anything.
He didn't do the laugh yet. He hasn't did the iconic laugh yet. He ain't did that one yet. But
he's probably gonna do it when they figure out a way to escape prison or something.
Yeah. Rex has grown to be one of my favorite characters in the show. Rex is like, I always liked an asshole character, but Rex has really been like comedic relief.
Him almost dying is just...
Yeah, it changes a person. I mean, you get shot in the head a couple of times, it'll change you. It'll change you who you are.
He's a great character. He shows that will, and he wants to be a hero.
Yeah.
He knows he's not as strong as Invincible. What's the other guy? Immortal. He's not as strong as them, but he has the heart.
Not as smart as Robot.
Right.
Not as loving as Eve.
He has the heart to try to keep going. He's going to save the world by any means.
Yeah.
And I love that about him.
And it shows like he didn't just become a superhero just because he had powers. I mean, he really wanted to do this. He just had a shitty life. I mean, I know a little things in the comics. I'm not going to get too deep into that, but Rex has really been through a lot of bullshit, which we kind of get hinted at in this season when he says he was living with Eve, living in her room secretly for like a year and a half. Like, he didn't really have a place to go for real. So he has a shitty personality. As we all know, most people's shitty personality strives from past trauma, mess or whatever, but it's good to grow. It's good to see a character go through some development and get better. That's what I like seeing.
I think that's what Invincible does well with a lot of their characters. They show the growth, and even when they fall, and even with Eve, she built the apartments back up, but they didn't stay up or something because of her matter or something.
Oh yeah. That was in the first half.
She really, that really hurt her. That really like
affected her. Yeah.
that really affected her as a hero and if she wanted to do this or not. But it shows that towards the end, the world needs her. The world needs her to be better and everything. So I love it. Invincible is great.
But just quickly, I'm not gonna shit on the show, but I do want to say a couple of things I did have a little problem with, but nothing like, they were just slight little nitpicks. Only thing I would say is I feel like it was a lot going on. At first, I felt like this a lot before the last episode, because the last episode the last 2 episodes kind of did wrap up a lot of stuff going on. Like, it was the stuff with Donald and then stuff with Debbie and all this other stuff. It was like little things, but like, I feel like if we really focused on some of the main stuff, because it's a lot that goes on in the comics, so I get they're trying to really talk about a lot of things, but they're also adding stuff on their own, so it's just like, this is why the show is taking a little bit long to come out and everything. But if you really put the focus on some of the main stuff, they could push it out more. We could get a lot more focus in there, and the show will be even better. But I'm not mad at it, because the stuff with like Debbie has really been another character I like this season too, because they really show that she is why this version of Mark and even Omni-Man is very different than the other ones, because she changed them. She made Omni-Man better. Fuck Omni-Man. I like Omni-Man, but that last line on the last episode, I miss my wife. But you're not getting Debbie back. I'm sorry.
I apologize. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna ask y'all to forgive me, because I know most y'all have unforgiving hearts. But, I apologize.
But even though that only happened because of Debbie being the person that she was, she changed him in a way. Same thing with Mark. Mark is the way he is. He defied his father because of her. Yep. Because of the way she raised him. She was in his life. And like they said in the other universe, Debbie teamed up. Right. She teamed up with Omni-Man and Mark in a lot of the other universes. So that's like, that tells you what those Debbies were doing. They were more just, oh no, and whatever you say, I'll do whatever you say, blah blah blah. Like, she was a pet in those universes. This one, she was her own person, which I liked. But yeah, and the animation was pretty good. I think it was better last season, but that's because they were trying to rush out the episodes, so they were putting their focus in like the action scenes and certain stuff. I just feel like sometimes it didn't move as fluidly as it did last season, but it's nothing like really noticeable unless you're really paying attention, for real. Especially after that one episode where they was talking about the animation and everything. So after that, you kind of notice it a little bit more,
which is cool.
Yeah,
so it's cool as hell to see.
Yeah, but you could tell they took a lot of time with the first season, and this time, for fan demand, they're pushing out this shit a little fast, and which they said season 3 is gonna come a lot quicker. So I hope that. I want them to take their time. I'm not mad if it takes over a year or so to come out, but if you're trying to push it out fast, as long as we're not sacrificing a lot of key things that made the other seasons good, that's all I ask. Moving on a little bit, I do want to ask. So we had a lot of sad stuff happened recently. We lost a couple people from a show that we both love. Chance, I forgot his last name. It'll be here, picture here. But man, I thought he was such a great actor. I hate when young actors that are really talented and really didn't get enough time a motorcycle crash. Like, that's just crazy. That's some Paul Walker action.
He had a promising career ahead of him.
Man, like, he was really on the way.
I heard his death. He was in like 2 other shows besides Gen V. And
he was in Sabrina. I know that.
Yep. And
Sabrina. That's where I first saw him, was in Sabrina.
And they canceled. Like, his roles were big in all those shows, and now they're canceled. And
he was one of the favorites in almost everything he's been in.
Now Gen V is one of the best live action hero shows that's out. And now they're delayed. They're probably going to be delayed probably a year or so, because they got to find another character to replace him, or just find.
I might just kill him off. They just have to find a way to do it. But this is almost on the same length as not the same impact as Chadwick Boseman, but in the impact of the show. Like, we had one season, we had one movie of Black Panther, and they're in the midst of writing the second season with, I'm sure, him being a very prominent character. The same way with the central, he's not the main character, he's not Shorty, but and he's not Black Panther, but he plays a key role in the show. Like, I mean, if he's not the number one, the first character, he's at least the second or third, like, option, but like the second or third, like, main character in the show. So it's gonna be a very it's gonna fuck up a lot. It's gonna mess up a lot of stuff. But take your time. I'm not a person mad at it. Like, this is a freak thing that happened, and it's sad, bro. So, I mean, at least we got Boys season 4.
Yeah.
We got Boys season 4, so.
Yeah, we do. I hope his family is okay. I'm praying for his family.
Yeah.
Praying for all the castmates, everybody on the productions team. Because I know he meant a lot to them. So, just hope they can muster up the strength to get back and give us a strong season 2 and a strong season. What is this, other Boys? 5?
This will be season 4 coming out, and then after that it'll be season 5. So.
Okay, so yeah.
Yes, season 5. Yeah, this will be season 4 coming, and 5 after that. But yeah. It does make me like question a little bit and more like really think like how much it is to really value life, and how much a lot of us take the shit for granted, and like. There's no price you can put on a person's life. There's no value in it. It's a priceless thing. No matter the individual, no matter how devious or bad the individual is, there's no real. Me personally, I just feel like the life is just a precious thing, and we really go through life not really appreciating what we have. That's why I feel like a lot of people in life move in such a negative way, because they really look. It's like, I don't want to say they look at this shit like a video game, but they kind of do. It's like they feel like, oh, if I kill this person, it's not gonna matter. That doesn't really matter. That's a blah blah blah. That's somebody's life. That's somebody. No matter who they have in their life, if that's just a person on the street, that whole other family gone. That's still their life. That's still their shit. That's something God gave them. And it's just like, we really just don't we just don't care enough anymore. We don't love enough anymore. And I really just hate that for people, man. Yeah. It's like they really treat this shit like it's GTA, man. Like, we could just do whatever. Like, that shit, that's just not how this is. I get living life to the fullest. But like, just how much we don't even really care for one another. Truly care for one another. It's just sad to me, bro.
Yep. It is sad.
It just makes you want to just, go hug your grandparents or something. Just appreciate everybody that just around you, because just like that, it could just be
Make sure you go out your way to give motherfuckers their flowers while they can still smell them. Like, you have to show love in this world. I get we want to judge and we want to be on everybody's case about shit and make fun of shit, but yeah, you gotta give people their flowers when they're doing good in this world. Even when they're not doing good in this world. Hey man, you got a job, you got your head up, you got a car, you got it.
However you can.
Right. And uplift people. You gotta go out and uplift the world. I try to wake up. When I wake up, I try to say, I'm gonna make 5 people smile today. Yeah. No matter if I'm making a joke, something I do. I've had that mindset since I was little.
Great mindset.
I try to uplift people. I try to help out where I can. Give back to the homeless. Give back to the world. Stop littering. Like, you have to. It's little things, but it means so much to people. It means so much to the world.
You never know what that little, just saying hello to somebody with a smile on your face, how much that could probably change somebody's rest of their day. How much it can really affect them.
Hi, how you doing? I like your shoes. I like your nails. Like, if she a female, I like your nails. It doesn't have to, like, you shooting your shot or you doing this and that. You can compliment somebody and keep it moving,
bro.
That's all you gotta do.
We gotta be able to accept that kind of stuff too. People, like, if somebody's doing that to us, we always, I I don't want to throw Chicago out there, but that's one of our flaws. Like, we have an amazing city. We have a great people, but we are too sketchy of one another. If we're a product of the environment that we live in.
Yeah.
So it's just like when somebody's being nice, it's like, what the fuck you want, nigga? Like, it's shit like that. It's like, what do you want? Like, we just don't just take it for what it is sometimes. Sometimes just people are just nice for what they are. And we just got to do that a lot more. We just got to be a lot more accepting of love and appreciating and giving love. I want to start asking this a lot because I want to really get a lot more people's stance on it. I'm gonna start with you because it's like you of course have to be the first one to ask this, but I'm gonna ask this to a lot of people whenever they come on here. But what is your definition of love, and what do you feel like it is to show love? Or
like, are we talking love in a relationship or love just
in general?
Love,
it's multiple. I guess you could have multiple definitions of it, but like, yeah, what is it to show love, to give, to accept? What is love to you? How is it like when you get it, receive it, give it? Because that could be different, you know.
Okay, love is that feeling that you'll genuinely do whatever for that individual. Like, I love my mom, I love my dad, I love my brother. My brothers and my sister, and anything they ask of me, I'll be there for them. And even when it comes to my girlfriend, I love her to death. She's the first thing I think about when I wake up, the last thing I think about before I go to sleep. And my whole goal with her in our love life is to be better for her, be there for her, give her the life she's never seen, give her the life that we both desire, and be genuinely there for her whenever she needs me. Even if she having a bad day, I'm there to give her a massage, take her mind off of things, ask her about her day. So it's like, love is just being there, being that presence, and being just a lover boy. It's okay to be soft. It's not saying be soft, be like real, like not masculine, but I'm saying it's okay to be open up your world to somebody, open up your life to somebody, show them how genuine you can be with them. And yeah, that's what I think of love.
Okay, I like that. It's a great answer. So have you have you ever been in love?
Yes.
More than once?
Yes.
How would you describe that feeling?
More than once? It's always different. Like, being in love now is a lot different than when I was being in love when I was 16, 17, 18.
Way different.
And people don't understand that because they like to hold on to their past. And I move on. I learn from my lessons. And I look at all my previous love lives as lessons. I learned, I've grown, I've become a better man from it. And it's made me a better lover to the person I'm with now. And I make sure I don't make the same mistakes that I made when I was younger. I make sure I do more. I don't do the same things that I did in the past. So yeah.
Message.
Okay. I like that.
Get you a Virgo, ladies.
Somebody get you a Virgo.
We know how to love. We know how to love and take care of our loved ones. So yeah.
You know, I mean, from those answers, it sounds like he got it right. But you know, there's no right or wrong in that shit. It's just really how you genuinely feel yourself. Cause like me, it's like, yeah, I'm on the same wavelength with him with this. Cause it's like you said, like when we're 16 and young and everything, like we feel like we're in love, like this is everything, blah blah blah. But when we get older, we still really get to learn that wasn't really love for real. That was just like, well, at least at that time, maybe we felt like it was, but it wasn't what we probably experienced with love. I've only been truly, at least on my definition now, truly in love twice ever. And the feeling that you truly get out of that is unworldly.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not something you can really describe, because it's just like it's just one of those feelings that you get when you can't think about somebody else. When you're thinking about someone else more than you think about yourself. When you think about that person more than anything, or you want to do everything you can for that individual.
Yeah.
That's just one of those, just something that you don't get too often. You might love a person, you might love everybody. I'm a person that I try to love everyone until you give me a reason not to. Even a stranger. It's like, no, there's no reason for me to hate you. There's no reason for me to not like you, or no reason unless you give me that reason. And I'm still not a very hateful person, but when it comes to being in love, like, there's a certain sacrifice that comes with that shit. Like, I don't like using that word, but it's just like you truly willing to, like, sacrifice almost everything for that individual. Maybe that's not the smartest thing, but that's that feeling you get when you're willing to do almost anything.
Yep.
For that individual.
And I think that's us being as men.
Yeah.
Most of our love comes from us doing and being there and providing and loving. That's our
trigger.
That's our trigger. Exactly. That's our way to express our love. Yeah, sometimes we can't be the most lovey-dovey. We can't communicate everything, but we're going to be there for our loved ones. We're going to be 10 toes behind them all the time. Even on the side of them, if they need us in the front, we'll be in the front. And it's like, it's that simple when it comes to that. And we can break it down, be more like, oh, we can write love letters. Yeah, we can do all of that. We can make playlists. Yeah, I made playlists for my girlfriend and everything. I've shown love in multiple ways, but the real definition of love is making sure that you're always there for that person.
Right.
And making sure that person can trust you and believe you and have your 100% support with everything. So,
yeah, I agree.
That's how I imagine love. Speaking of love, shit, did you see Kong versus Godzilla?
Oh, pause, bro. Pause.
No, I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it?
No, actually, so I literally...
I can send you the link.
No, I'm gonna go actually watch it because I want to see these big ass motherfuckers duke it out in a big screen. But I did just recently watch. No, you could get your little synopsis, or try not to spoil it too much. Just because I know a couple of things, but
the most I can say with it, that I'm gonna say with it is, it should have just been a Kong movie. And
we need another Kong movie. That first one, Skull Island, was still one of my favorites.
I feel like you can do so much more with Kong because he can have facial expressions. He can show compassion. He's not just trying to destroy things. He's trying to protect things and
protect his whole world.
Right. And I feel like you can write more with. I think they just want to bring in Godzilla because Godzilla brings in money.
Yeah, it's Godzilla's franchise technically.
Exactly.
So you have to bring Godzilla in there, and they have that because I just recently watched Godzilla, King of Monsters.
Okay.
And I just watched Godzilla versus Kong. So I watched both of those over again because I've seen Skull Island too many times. I've seen Godzilla too many times. So I have to rewatch those. But Godzilla 2, I only seen that the one time it was in theaters, and man, that movie was crazy. Godzilla is really kind of like that, but he got saved a lot.
Yeah.
It's recording now.
Oh, man.
Yeah. The phone keeps overheating. It's hot out here, man. It's hot outside. But yeah, Godzilla gets saved a lot. But yeah, I'm gonna go see it. I'm gonna make sure I go see it soon so we can really talk about it. Maybe we could talk about it. Stay tuned to the end for some really special news. That's all I gotta say. I don't really have anything else. I really want to dig into your mind. Got some love stuff out the way. Got some life stuff. Some sports. Got a little nerdy content out there. Just to mention, the female Silver Surfer. Yeah. I don't have a problem with that. But it's just, I feel like we're just not. We don't know the details yet. I think there's gonna be more than one Silver Surfer. I think it's gonna be a male one and a female.
I feel like they're gonna bring in Galactus.
Yeah, no, there's no reason even to mention the Silver Surfer unless you're bringing in Galactus. So yeah, it's without a doubt we're getting.
And
Galactus.
They're gonna play it like, oh, the Silver Surfer is my daughter.
Yeah.
So I have to protect my daughter, or I send my daughter to check out this.
Wait,
world.
who?
Galactus.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna play it some type like that.
So whatever her name, I forgot what her name, Shavala Hall or something. Whatever her name is, I forgot. She is a character. She is normally the original Silver Surfer's love interest. She's one of his main love interests or whatever. And she is also a resident in Latveria with Doctor Doom. So we're definitely getting Doctor Doom in this series too, in this movie. And like I said, I feel like we're not getting all the details yet. We just know we're getting a quote-unquote female Silver Surfer. Yep. It doesn't mean it's going to be the only one. It doesn't mean we don't have the details yet. So we're not going to get too deep into it. You incels, you need to calm down on the internet because, a lot of you don't even know what's going on. We got Rap News posting the fucking shit and all these motherfuckers that don't even really watch movies like that commenting and making their opinions. So, yeah, so quickly, I mentioned that I have some news I want to mention. Kind of expanding, because as you can see, we talk about a lot of things on this show. To be honest, when I first started this, I always wanted to make multiple things. So, like I said, this is not a podcast. I look at it more of as like a TV show. And if you look at my Cockpit. The Cockpit. So the Cockpit is one of the many shows that I want to do on the True Podcast. The True Podcast, True Pop Culture Network is what I really want, is what I'm trying to build. So as of now, the Cockpit, when I started the Cockpit, I wanted to be more focused on like digging into the minds of each other. Okay.
You got me.
Digging into each other's minds and getting really deep into just really some existential real stuff going on, but also connecting it with stuff like pop culture stuff that we're experiencing, all this movies and stuff, just getting connections into real shit and bringing people on. This is where, so the True Podcast, the Cockpit is gonna be a place where we bring people on, we talk our stuff, we're just, it's like a safe place. Yep. No trademark out here. I'm not trying to say that, but that's just what it is. For us to just talk our stuff and get stuff off our chest. Yep. And also digging into knowing the people that we bring on here, getting to know those individuals and who they are as people, outside of just like what they are doing in life, like music, artistic stuff, making movies or whatever it is that they're doing. We're going to promote their art and everything, but we're also going to get to really know who that person is. Exactly. And then I'm also working on a sports channel, a sports show where we're going to really be able to, because as you see, we were just talking about stuff for just 30 minutes and like we can really keep it going. And I want to be able to condense all this, because it seems like we can get, not that it's a problem that we kind of get off task or whatever, but it's like we can talk about something for so long, and I want to be able to just keep it sectioned off so that we can just talk about sports here. And then I'm going to have another one where we're going to talk about just nerd stuff. Workshop in the name, but for the sports one, I am actually going to should be filming that one this week, and I'm going to bring my boy on here. Hopefully he has time to do it. And I'm working with my other boy.
Always got time to talk sports.
Yeah, because that's who when I initially started this, I brought him on mainly for the sports stuff, because I know that's one of his passions. He already was working on his sports podcast stuff. He was on one for a little bit, short-lived, but he been ready to get his own stuff going, and I want to help kind of give him that platform to really showcase that knowledge. So him, and I'm going to bring in on my boy Isaac, because he's very technical on the side. That also helped me with editing and getting these videos out, because that was somebody I went to school with, and he's really more knowledgeable on the editing and all this broadcasting and stuff like that, so he's really going to help on the outside of stuff. He might not be on every episode of the Sports One, but he's going to be there almost every episode, even if it's in the background. He's going to be helping with the videos and everything. So, and he's very knowledgeable in the sports stuff too. They can go, him could go back and forth on some shit. We're gonna be bringing in people that's knowledgeable in like baseball and stuff, since baseball season is kicked on. I'm starting to watch a little bit more so I can have my knowledge on that shit too. Even if we gotta talk hockey, tennis, whatever it is, the Olympics is this year, so we're gonna be talking about a lot of that stuff on there.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be watching some races.
Yeah, and some races.
Yeah.
So yeah. We in Paris this year, so it's gonna be crazy. And then, like I said, the nerd one, I'm gonna be bringing people on for that one. That's gonna be my second baby, Cause I be really wanting to talk about a lot of stuff that's going on, cause we got a lot of DC stuff coming out soon. We got a lot of Marvel stuff coming out soon. Marvel's in a rebuild, DC's in a rebuild, everything's in a rebuild, and this is a place where we can talk about Invincible. We could talk about stuff for longer. We can really get into it, spoiler talk, and like we don't have to stay on it for a short period of time. We can really really get into that stuff. Talk about animes. What's our top 5 animes? We talk about just anything, really, even movie stuff too. The Cockpit will be. We're still going to talk about All Out in the Cockpit. It just won't be on those other shows we can really get in depth. That it just be we could just do more on those, and we could keep it, keep things on point when we're here talking about this. Especially when we have other people on, we really want to get to talk about them and them, like, understand those people, and we be getting into other stuff a lot more. So It just gives us a chance to do that a lot more. Maybe I'll have some more coming in the future. It's gonna be a lot. I'm really trying to build a network on this page. So I'm gonna have a lot of stuff. I still haven't posted my reviews and stuff. I'm still gonna be doing 10-minute reviews, 15-minute reviews, just maybe some spoilery ones, maybe just 5 minutes, just talking about certain stuff I didn't watch. I'm gonna even do like throwbacks, like old movies, just like quick little ones. Start just building and getting this stuff out there. Yep. Even eventually when I start trying to film some, because like my true passion is writing, directing. Like that's what I want to do. So I'm gonna even get some skits and stuff out there. Got my boy Mikey. We working on some stuff too. He's gonna be on the first episode of the Nerd Podcast. So yeah, that's just the future, man. I'm, like I said, on to bigger and better things and trying to get this more consistent. I'm gonna get a lot more consistent. And when this stuff is gonna just start flowing out more, this just gives us an opportunity to do stuff more. Sometimes, like, we're not gonna always be on this stuff together. Sometimes it's gonna be him taking over some of this stuff. Sometimes it's gonna be me. He's mainly gonna be on the sports one because I'm sure that's what you're gonna want to do a lot. And then we're gonna be on here. Like, this is gonna be that. I'm gonna be on a lot on the nerd one. I'm gonna be a lot on here. It's just gonna be a lot of, and we're just gonna be bringing in a lot of different people. I'm gonna have a lot of regulars. Like Mike is gonna be a regular on a lot of this stuff. Isaac's gonna be a lot of regular on this stuff. We're gonna find. If you are willing to sacrifice a lot of an hour out of your day, sometimes let me know. I ain't gonna say audition or whatever. We'll see how I go. I'm just trying to, build something out here. If you watch The Break Room on New Rock Stars, that's kind of what I'm aiming towards. Like a news broadcast thing where we're talking about everything, all different kinds of content, and we're keeping it in a certain way. Just we're black. We know a lot of other stuff, and we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff. We're still gonna talk music. We're gonna talk like we talked about Drake and everything. So I like this episode. We kept it. We gave you a little bit of everything. We gave you the music, we gave you the real, we gave you the nerd stuff, we gave you the sports stuff. And I want to have all of that section off, and we could talk more in depth and all of that. So
yep. And I also want to thank all of the support that we've gotten.
It's been really good.
Because we just telling you, like, it means so much to me. Seeing 100 people watch our stuff, almost
Still
50
growing.
people liking our videos. I know that ain't a lot, but coming from, I'm just a normal nigga from Illinois. It means the world to me. All I wanted to do is, for my living, is to talk. Right. Just get paid for talking, not even get paid. Just have fun. This is a true passion of mine, and I know it's a true passion of his. Yeah. So I appreciate the support, the love that we've been getting. When we post stuff on Facebook, y'all support, y'all show out, y'all share it for us. Thank you. Thank you for everybody that's looking out for us and wants to watch our next videos, and we're gonna make sure we keep pushing them out, and it brings a lot of joy to my heart, so I appreciate that. I think we average around 100 views an episode, and that's 10% of 1,000. So I'm looking at it as just stepping stone. We just starting off. We bringing on guests. People are asking to be on our show, to be interviewed. So we got a lot of stuff lined up for the future. 2024 is going to be amazing. This summer is going to be amazing.
Only a third of the way to go.
We're just starting off. We just started less than 6 months ago. Yeah. And I feel like we're just going to keep growing, and we're going to keep growing. And we're going to bring on guests that you guys are interested in. We're going to talk about topics that you guys are interested in. And we just thank you.
Yeah, shoot us some questions though.
Slide in the comments. Slide in comments about topics that we talk about, that you want to hear us talk about. If you want to hear certain things of hear us talk about certain things on the pod, not pod, in the cockpit, just please engage with us, comment, like, subscribe, share it, send it to your mama, your grandmama, your auntie, anybody, your cousins. And thank you. Like, we don't usually put ourselves out here like that. We not artists, we not all these other things. We just starting off, and the love that we've been receiving has been great. So thank you. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say.
Nah, he said a lot. He said it was the real.
Yep.
I do say, like, you know, even if it's not your thing, that's why I'm trying to expand this and give like certain things, because not everybody's gonna be interested in a lot of the stuff we talking about. But I'm giving you options, I'm giving you the sports stuff, I'm giving you the nerd stuff, giving you the real stuff. So, like, you know, just kind of give everybody their cup of tea. And if it ain't your cup of tea, a support, just a like and a share can go a long way. If you don't even want to watch it, maybe your auntie, your grandma, your mom and your dog, anybody, they'll be interested in it.
Yep.
Just, you know, you never know. But I'm not forcing you to do it. I get it. It's be hard to sometimes click that share, and sometimes you don't want to do it. Maybe you want to keep your page like a little clean, whatever. I respect it. I'm not mad at it. I don't hold it against you. Just, you know, help can go a long way. And yeah. So as we always know, because we finna wrap up here. I would like to
anything new you want people to check out?
Yeah, any like recommendations or whatever. So me. I mean, we already know Invincible. If you ain't seen Doom, go watch Doom. Because, I mean, watch that shit a million times. That was one of the best movies I've seen this year. What have I watched? I can't think of any shows or anything.
I don't have anything that I've been watching. But I know J. Cole got a lot of attention for his music. And I'm not trying to slander his name or anything. But, guys, when I tell you, please go check out Bryson Tiller's album.
Oof.
That's one of the...
That is it.
I used to be a big trap soul R&B album was one of his best works. I used to argue that all the time, and then when he got into a relationship, his music started to become watered down and everything cool. I always say he never needed to be in a relationship for his music. But this R&B album that he just dropped is one of the best albums I've heard in a long time, and you should definitely check it out. Check out Chief Keef and Mike Will made it. Dirty Nachos. That's another great album.
Chief Keef. Go to listen to Blue Lips.
Blue Lips by Schoolboy Q.
That was great.
That was actually a very smooth listen.
Yeah.
It's a lot of good music. I haven't been watching a lot of shows, but I've been listening to a lot of music.
I've been listening to a lot more music recently.
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, it might not be everybody's cup of tea. I know.
We're having technical difficulties, but it's okay.
Yeah, my phone keeps
overheating. We're gonna
overheating.
get through this freaking Cockpit episode because it means a lot to us.
Yeah, but and I was gonna say, I know it probably ain't his cup of tea, but it's mine. That boy Kyle, he dropped a great album. It's a great dance mix. He's back in his bag. I respect it. I fucks with my boy. The only real recommendation I kind of give is appreciate life a lot more. You never know who's gonna come in and out of your life. You never know who you're gonna lose. My boy Chance is getting divorced. I seen it coming.
Hopefully, good music will follow. Hopefully, he get back on drugs.
Excuse me, Serena. What did you say? Excuse me, Serena. What did you say?
We've got a lot of.
Yeah.
Let's not wish something negative like that on
That's
him.
not negative.
Yes, it is. He got out of it for a reason.
But
I've been knowing that they've been going in through this phase anyway because I've been paying attention to it. But because she wasn't even at his show in Chicago when all his whole family came out and gave him flowers. She wasn't there, so I knew something was off. And that was back in October, November.
I hope he get back on drugs.
I don't hope he gets back on drugs, but everybody go check out his Instagram. If you go listen to his reels, you'll see that he has been working on some music. He's been getting in his bag, and if you like the music that he's been working on the reels, you know where he's coming back with this album. And I know this album's gonna be a big step up from his last. So. First of all, he was on acid. He wasn't doing like fucking. All right.
Let it dissolve on the tongue. How long? 30 seconds?
You know, take 30 minutes that shit to kick in. But yeah, man, that's all I say. Just appreciate what you have and what you have in your life, because you never know.
Yep.
But yeah. So as we always know, you can Unbuckle your seatbelts. We have landed in our destination. Hope you enjoyed the flight. We'll see you next time on the next one.
See you next time. Check, brothers.
Brother.
Special teams, special plays, special plays.
Tuesday.
Icarus flew too close to the sun this time.
Oh, Malik. I like that guy.